Coming to you live on a sunny and warm morning here in Edina, Minnesota. Set to bring you day 2 of the Gopher Classic. Hardhats 2-0 coming into play. Technically 3-0 with a forfeit. And they are set to face a team from Bemidji, Minnesota here on day 2. Just one game today. Adam Birch alongside you, ready to bring you all the coverage right here on Hardhats TV. Hardhats, the visiting team, up on the scoreboard as they will be tomorrow against Papillion South. And the Hardhats and their lineup looking like this. It's Jed Jensen, the center fielder, who leads things off. Marion Saylor, the left fielder, bats second. Harrison Good, the right fielder, bats third. Dylan Marsh, the second baseman, in the cleanup spot, followed by Lee Negebauer in the 5 spot. He's the first baseman. Third baseman Riker Henny bats 6th. Kai Jackson, the designated hitter, 7th. Jake Solano, the catcher, bats 8th. And Wilson Kiefer, the shortstop, bats 9th against Sawyer Nendick of Bemidji on the mound. A right-hander ready to face off against these Hardhats. Hardhats walk-off victors yesterday in Game 2. And a first pitch, line drive, base hit in the left field off the bat of Jed Jensen. And into the hit column right away of the Hardhats. Here's Marion Saylor. Bat second with the runner on first, nobody out. Walk-off victors yesterday, 8-7. In 8 innings for the Hardhats in Game 2 over Eastridge, and 8-6 winners over the site host Edina in Game 1 yesterday morning. A 1 on Amari and Saylor, long pause, and Nendick kicks and deals and hits the upper outside edge, called strike 2. Saylor in an 0-2 deficit now. Nendick looks in to his catcher, Landon Hansen. The 0-2, and he'll just step off. An 0-2, a high drive to right field. Over is Aaron Hegger, and he makes the grab out number 1. So Saylor out to the opposite field on a fly ball. And now Harrison Good. Good bats from the right side. In the 3 spot today, usually in the 4 cleanup spot. Batting .305 on the season. Scores a bunt, drops it down to third base line. Perfectly placed bunt, going to be a tough play. And Harrison Good safe at first. An infield bunt single. Ben Karate came in charging. Made it a close play, but Good beats it out. Two on, 1 out for Dylan Marsh. Marsh to bat from the right side, 1 out. Nendick set and looking at second. Kicks and deals. First pitch breaking ball popped up on the infield right side. Infield fly is the call. And the second baseman makes the grab. That's Neto. And it's out number 2. It's a 2 on, 2 outs now for Lee Negebauer. First of two left-handed bats in the Hardhats lineup, and it's a called strike on the outer edge, 0-1. Jensen on second, and Good on first. Jensen's leadoff single, and Good a bunt single. This one driven to left field over the left fielder, Lundeen, and he makes the grab, backpedaling a little bit. Out number 3. Hardhats held off the scoreboard in their half of the first. Waited the bottom half of the first after this on Hardhats TV.
We are your community. We are your neighbors. Our family of doctors are invested in our community. At Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center, we are honored to help you along the journey from injury to recovery. You have a choice with Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center, specializing in what moves you.
Set for the bottom of inning number 1, Wyatt Anderson to the mound for the Hardhats. He faces Bemidji Lumberjacks. Lineup that looks like this. It's Ben Karate, the third baseman, who bats first. Glenn Klajow, the center fielder, second. Aaron Heger, the right fielder, third. Ty Lundeen, the left fielder, bats fourth. Cam Justice at first base, fifth. Ethan Bean, the shortstop, bats sixth. Designated hitter Will Zellman, seventh. The catcher Landon Hansen, eighth, and Peyton Neto, the second baseman, bats ninth. Ben Karate, a left-handed bat, ready to face Anderson, and Anderson misses low for ball 1. Wyatt Anderson on the mound this season, 50 2/3 innings. This is his 11th start, 14th appearance overall. This is outside, 2 balls, no strikes, a fastball that time. A 4-2 record, 36 hits, 30 runs, only 16 earned runs. 52 strikeouts to 33 walks. And the 2-0 is a called strike 1. A 2.21 ERA this season for Wyatt Anderson, the right-hander. 2-1. Upper inside, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Hardhats had 2 hits in the first, and Anderson misses outside ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to start things off for Bemidji. And that'll bring up Dan Klajow. Runner on first, nobody out. Anderson kicks and deals and misses low and inside. Scooped by Solano behind the plate. 1-0. Misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Anderson a little bit of wild to start. Runner on first, nobody out. Back-to-back left-handers to start Bemidji's lineup, and Anderson hits the lower outside edge. 2 balls and a strike. And I called strike 2 on the 2-1. Runs the count even 2-2. Anderson working with Solano. He sets up outside. Pickoff move to first, and back in time is Karate. Two and two, an even count on Dan Klajow, the center fielder. And it's popped straight up. And out of play, foul. Anderson's last outing came against Premier West at the end of the Firecracker. 2-2 misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A full count ran on Klajow. Payoff pitch outside, ball 4. It's back-to-back walks to start off the ball game. And now Anderson will finally face a right-hander. The 3-bat of Aaron Hegger. Two on, nobody out. No hits yet for Bemidji. Open stance on the right side, and Hegger fouls it away right side, out of play. Hardhats defense, Samarian Saylor in left field, Judd Jensen the center fielder, and Harrison Good the right fielder. Anderson set, and the 0-1. Breaking ball inside edge, called strike 2. Riker Henny at the hot corner of third base. Wilson Kiefer, the shortstop. Dylan Marsh, the second baseman, and Lee Negebauer, the first baseman. Ty Lundeen is next, barring the unconventional triple play. And Hanger asked for time right as Anderson came set. Top of the plate on the right side. Waves the bat head out in front 3 times and ready. The 0-2. Down and away. Check to swing. Solano fires to third. And in time. Out at third. Caught stealing Ben Karate. Trying to advance on the wild pitch. Just rolled a little bit to the right of Solano. Perfect throw down the line. And it's a big out, number 1. And a check swing, so the appeal to second. And no swing, so a ball and 2 strikes on Hegger. The 1-2. Outside edge, called strike 3. Hegger goes down looking at the knees, and it's out, number 2. Here's Ty Lundeen. Lundeen hits from the right side. Runner on first, 2 gone. Caught stealing and a strikeout on back-to-back pitches. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Anderson wants a new baseball. This team from Bemidji, from what I can tell, is 13-5-1 entering play today. lost their first game here at the Gopher yesterday to Papillion South 4-0. Bouncer left side through the gap into left field. And Lundin on with a single. Claudial up to second.
First baseman number 10, Cam Justice.
And now Cam Justice. First pitch misses down and in on the left-hander, Justice. First baseman for Bemidji. And the 1-0 misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. This team at one point won 6-7 straight. Just a couple weeks ago at the end of June. Popped up foul on left side out of play. 2 balls and a strike on Justice. It's already 3 left-handed bats in Bemidji's lineup. And they started the season with 3 wins and then a tie. They just started playing middle of June. Tie with the Minneapolis Millers. If you don't count that tie, they won 6 straight to start the season. And they lost 3 straight. And won another 7 straight before losing their last 2. It's where they get at 13-5-1. 2-2. Bouncer foul left side. 2's across the board again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Plenty in attendance here for both sides, Bemidji and Rapid City. Right away on this Saturday morning. 2-2 misses a little bit low. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Anderson's pace has slowed down a little bit, trying to limit the run game. Pickoff move to first, and they got him. Nope, safe at first. Bang, bang play, and looked like Negebauer snuck in a late slide, but no prevail. Payoff from Anderson. Runners in motion. Line drive right on Negebauer. He's got it. Out number 3. Scoreless after 1. The Hardhats to bat in the top of the second after this on Hardhats TV. 6, 7, and 8, the Hardhats send Riker Henny to the plate to lead off the second. We're scoreless through 1. Riker Henny bats from the right side. First pitch from Nendick hits the zone for a called strike 1. Riker Henny this season comes into play batting 5 ticks under 300 at 295. 18 runs batted in. 0-1, breaking ball down and away, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Henny, Kai Jackson, and then Jake Solano, the 3 scheduled in the Hardhats second. They sent 5 to the plate and stranded a pair in the first. Nendick ready and hits the bottom of the zone at the knees. Called strike 2. Their fastball. Ball and 2 strikes on Henny now. Pops the bat off his back right shoulder, the 1-2. Breaking ball just got a piece of it. And you'll see another 1-2. Henny, the third baseman, Jackson, the designated hitter, and Solano, the catcher. 1-2. Chopper left side to short. Bean up with that, fires across in time, out number 1. Here's Kai Jackson, left-handed bat for the Hardhats, and designated hitter. So the Hardhats with the forfeit, they're 3-0 here in pool play currently coming into this game. Bemidji 1-1 with the forfeit. This is just their second game played here in Minnesota. The 4-0 loss to Papillion South. 1-0 becomes 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball at the top part of the zone. 2-0 on Jackson. Ready in the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Jackson comes into play batting .388 at 1039 OPS. 12 singles, 6 doubles, a home run, and 21 batted in. 2-1 becomes 3 balls and a strike. Nendick set at the belt. Kicks and deals a 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nendick to Jackson. Here it is. And it's popped up. Left side of the infield, the shortstop Bean underneath of it makes the grab on number 2. Here's Jake Solano. Solano bats with 2 outs and nobody on, scoreless, top of the second. First pitch found back to the backstop, 0-1. Solano and then the 9 spot of Wilson Kiefer. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The catcher for the Hardhats got game 2 off yesterday. Comes in batting .230 on the season. 16 singles, a couple of doubles, a couple of triples, 10 batted in. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Nendick wants a new baseball. So still a ball and a strike on Solano. The 1-1. Down back to the right side. Out of play. A ball and 2 strikes now. Heard the Osprey early yesterday. I don't hear them today here in Edina. The 1-2. Breaking ball, low chopper in front of the plate. Tough play for Nendick. He fires the first in time, out number 3. So the Hardhats go down in order in their second. We head to the bottom half after this on Hardhats TV. Welcome back to Edina for the bottom of the second. Bemidji to bat, and they send 6, 7, and 8 of their lineup. Ethan Bean, the shortstop, Will Zellman, the designated hitter, and Landon Hansen, the catcher, against Wyatt Anderson. Scoreless after an inning and a half. First pitch from Anderson. Chopper, slow roller to Kiefer. Charges, fires to first, and in time, out number 1. So Ethan Bean down on 1 pitch, 6-3. For out number 1. Brings up the designated hitter, Will Zellman. Zellman to bat from the right side. A little bit of more rain overnight. This grass, infield grass especially, played very slow yesterday morning. Playing slow today as well. First pitch, a called strike 1 from Anderson on Zellman. 0-1. Hardhats will have 9-1-2 in their third. Slow chopper over Anderson in his march. He fires the first, and it's not in time. Kind of bobbled, stumbled a little bit, and had to throw across his body, Dylan Marsh. It's an infield single with 1 out. Second hit for Bemidji. 1 on, 1 gone. Hit column is 3-2 Rapid City right now. And it's a called strike 1 on Landon Hansen, the catcher. Should be tied at 2, that hit column. Both hits came in the first inning for Rapid City. The 0-1, bouncer left side, foul. Now 0-2 on the Centaurs catcher. 2 strikes. And it misses low. A ball and 2 strikes. Anderson with the opportunity to travel down to Garden City, visit school down there after this tournament. Take a look around and potentially play there. 1-2, a high fly ball center field right at Jed Jensen though. It makes the grab out number 2. So 2 outs, a runner on first. 9 spot of Peyton Neto. Neto bats from the left side. Four left-handers in this lineup for Bemidji. And Anderson hits the outside edge. I called strike 1. Neto, his first opportunity at the plate, top of the order on deck. And Anderson a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tried that backdoor edge once again. One, swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes now on Neto. Younger youth game going on here at this complex as well. The 1-2 downstairs, scoop by Solano right at his feet. Runner does not try and test a throw down to second. 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Scoreless bottom of the second. Anderson ready, and the 2-2. Down straight back to the screen. We'll do it again. Long look into Solano, who relays the sign from the dugout. Ready in the 2-2, breaking ball outside edge, called strike 3, a backwards K to end the second. Nice pitch by Wyatt Anderson. Scoreless after 2, we head to the 3rd after this on Hardhats TV. Wilson Kiefer to lead things off for the Hardhats. Top of inning number 3 were scoreless. Rapid City and Bemidji, Minnesota, here in Edina. For the first pitch, Sawyer Nendick steps off. Ready in the first pitch to Kiefer, breaking ball down and away, ball 1. Wilson Kiefer out of the 9 spot. He's a shortstop, batting .284 coming into play and .852 OPS. 1-0. A little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Wilson this season, 20 singles, 9 doubles, 4 triples, 18 driven in. Looks at a called strike on the outer edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nendick on the far first base side of the rubber. The 2-1. Bouncer left side, foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. It's grass and dirt here in Edina. Ball 3 misses down and away, blocked by the catcher Hansen. And now the count runs full, 3-2. Payoff pitch, Sawyer Nendick to Wilson Kiefer. Leadoff man here in the Hardhats third. Here's the payoff. Outside, ball 4. Kiefer on with a leadoff walk.
Now batting number 18, center fielder Jed Jensen.
Top of the order now, Jed Jensen. A single is first stripped at the plate on the very first pitch. Line drive over the leaping shortstop. Runner on first, nobody out. Scoreless tie. First pickoff move over to first. Kiefer dives back in. Both teams 2 hits aside coming into this third inning. Nendick sidesteps and delivers, and Jensen drops down a bunt. Short hops the third baseman, gonna be a tough play, and out at first is Jensen. Up to second goes Kiefer. Nice play by Ben Karate. He bobbled it for a little bit and then fired to first to get Jensen.
Marion Sailor.
So just a sacrifice bunt in the scorebook next to Jed Jensen. So he remains 1 for 1. Marion Sailor next to bat. He flied to right, opposite field, his first time. And Sailor pops in. Back and foul right side. No balls and a strike on Sailor. Marion Sailor comes in batting .378. Breaking ball popped up right side, drifting foul territory, and it's playable. He did not make the grab. It was signaled immediately by our home plate umpire, foul ball. Looked like the first baseman, Justice, tried to bobble it and catch it barehanded. And now our umpires will converge. Justice acted like he caught it. The signal right away was foul ball. A long discussion, it might be overturned. Coach Torvey waiting upon the third base line. Coach Torvey having a discussion with our home plate umpire. They do allow Kiefer to third, so it's not a double play. It is out number 2. but I don't see how they rule this. It might just be a situation where Gopher tagged at second and went to third. So Amarian Sandler's out on foul out for out number 2. Harrison Good looks at ball 1, low and away. Runner at third, 90 feet away from making this a 1-0 Hardhats lead. Nendick kicks and deals and misses way high, a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Good drop down a bunt, down the third base line and beat it out. First time at the plate. 2-0. Upper outside edge, 2 balls and a strike. It's a weird sequence of events. 2-1. Popped up foul right side out of play. 2's across the board with the runner on third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Good bats, 305 coming into play. Upped it a little bit with a single. 2-2, down and away, a breaking ball way outside, now 3-2. Payoff pitch, Sawyer Nendick to Harrison Good. Here it is. Chopper up the third baseline foul. Bottom of inning number 3 here in Edina. Top of the order for Bemidji, Ben Karate. That's for the second time against Wyatt Anderson. Left-handed bat. First pitch, fouled straight back to the screen, 0-1. Karate walked the start off the bottom of the first. Part of back-to-back walks, later stranded in that first inning. We're scoreless through 2.5. Ready in the 0-1. This is called a strike, top part of the zone. 0-2. Two strikes on Karate. Anderson ready in the 2-strike pitch. Misses a little bit high. A ball and 2 strikes. One back upstairs trying to get Karate to chase the upstairs fastball. He laid off. The 1-2, breaking ball outside, didn't break enough. Tried the back door to the left-handed bat, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson ready in the 2-2. Chopper right side foul. We'll do again, 2-2. Anderson's at the 2-2. Outside breaking ball, didn't break enough. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Went back to that breaking ball. Just kind of spun instead of broke. Payoff pitch. Pass ball outside part, driven to center field, right at Jed Jensen. Can of corn for him, and he makes a grab out number 1. One out, nobody on, and now the 2-bat of Dan Klajow. Klajow walked his first trip. So no official at-bat to this point. But a back-to-back left-handers to start this lineup for Bemidji. First pitch fouled away, left side, out of play. 0-1. Hardhats overall 33-21 this season. Good showing so far here at the Gopher. 0-1 is a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2. So just the 1 game today. Very first game here at the Edina site. Expo's playing right now as well. 1-2. Swing and a miss. The breaking ball got him to go around. And that's out number 2. Brings up Aaron Hager. See if we can pull up the Expos score. They defeated their site host Eden Prairie last night. It's a good start for their Gopher Classic. Currently trailing 2-1 in the top of the 4th, the Expos. First pitch popped up, foul right side. Lee Negebauer gives chase. It's out of play. Expos the away team against Hickman, Nebraska. They shut out Eden Prairie last night 4-0. And a fastball high and tight. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Setting the 1-1. Driven to center field, high and deep, and back is Jensen. Play ball for him, and he makes the grab. Out number 3. Bemidji goes down in order in their 3rd. A couple of flies to center and a strikeout. The 3rd overall for Wyatt Anderson, and we head to the 4th. Still scoreless, Hardhats and Bemidji after this on Hardhats TV. Top of the 4th for the Hardhats. It'll be Dylan Marsh to lead things off. Marsh, Negebauer, and Henny. Still scoreless. Just 2 hits aside in this one. For the Hardhats, both came in the 1st. And for Bemidji, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, nothing in their 3rd. Ball 1 misses outside on Dylan Marsh. 1-0, swing and a miss, fastball upper inside part. 1 ball and 1 strike. Marsh comes into play batting .275 and .817 OPS. And his second base position. The 1-1, down and away, 2 balls and a strike. And ball 3 misses a little bit downstairs. So we'll keep an eye on the Expos game. They play 2 back-to-back a doubleheader today. For starting off 1-0 last night. 3-1 to Marsh, a high fly ball left center field. Back is the left fielder, and that'll split the outfielders and roll up against the wall. Marsh takes for second. The throw comes in, but Marsh is in there with a stand-up leadoff double. Right into the power alley of left center field. Dylan Marsh has the Hardhats in business early in the 4th. Now Lee Negebauer. Negebauer has been a bright sight at this Gopher Classic. Pitched on the mound in game 1, got the win. Only gave up 2 runs. 1-0, swung on to get Negebauer. Kind of a swinging bunt, but it goes down as a 1-3 in the scorebook, out number 1. The way this game is going, whoever scores the first run might come out on top. Scoreless in the 4th. Here's Riker Henny. And he looks at ball 1 outside. One and all the count, and it's popped up on the infield right side. Playable for the first baseman, Justice, and he makes the grab, out number 2. A tough out number 2 for the Hardhats. And out Kai Jackson. Nendick, that was his 51st pitch. And Jackson looks at ball 1 a little bit upstairs. Jackson popped down to short his first time at the plate. A little blooper too short, up with that bean. He fires across, the scoop on the back end, and that's out number 3. Hardhats held off the scoreboard even after the leadoff double. And we're still scoreless heading to the bottom half of the 4th after this on Hardhats TV. Bottom half of inning number 4, Wyatt Anderson back to the mound. He faces the middle third, 4, 5, and 6 on the Bemidji lineup. Ty Lundeen to lead things off. He's 1 for 1, a single in the first. Scoreless after 3.5. Hardhats leading 3-2 in the hits column. Bouncer left side, Henny on one hop, fires across, high throw, and it pulls Negebauer off the bag. And it's an error to start off the Bemidji fourth. Looked like Henny rushed it a little bit. Kind of a low hop that he fielded it. Wasn't able to really fires the first in time. The sacrifice bunt works to perfection. Lundeen up to second. Now Ethan Bean. Bounced out to short. His shortstop counterpart Wilson Kiefer, his first time at the plate. Open stance on the right side. 1 out, runner in scoring position. We're still scoreless. First pitch to Bean. Outside edge called strike 1. Fastball from Anderson. Wyatt Anderson approaching 60 pitches. And his counterpart, just over 50. Flying ball, left center field. Judd Jensen lays out. He can't get there. It rolls all the way to the wall. A run will come in and score. As Saylor tracks it down, the throw comes in, and it'll be a triple. And an RBI for Ethan Bean. And Bemidji on the board first. It's 1-0. Judd Jensen laid out for that ball, and it looked like he had a beat on it. Unable to make the spectacular grab. Lundeen scores, and Bean ends up at third with a triple. So that leadoff error bites the Hardhats. It's 1-0 Bemidji. Here's Will Zellman. He's 1 for 1, a single his first time at the plate. First pitch, a strike called at the knees, outside edge. 0-1. Anderson sent the 0-1. And down and away, scoop by Solano. Nice stop by Solano behind the plate. Rolling way out to his right side on the breaking ball. Anderson kind of hooked that one, but Solano was awake at the dish. Now letting that runner from third come in on the wild pitch. The 1-1, a little bit outside. Pretty close to where it was on the called strike. Anderson set in the 2-1. Outside edge, about the same spot, but this one's called strike 2. Runner at third, 1 out, 1-0 Bemidji. Bottom of the fourth. 2-2, popped up and out of play. Anderson looks into Solano, comes in, another 2-2 coming, and the breaking ball waved at and missed. Out number 2. Fourth strikeout for Wyatt Anderson on the mound. Now the catcher, Landon Hansen. 0 for 1, a fly to center. His first time at the plate. Runner on third, 2 gone. First pitch to Hansen, downstairs ball 1, backhanded by Solano. 3 hits aside, and now a run in that column for Bemidji, an error in that column for Rapid City. The 1-0, a little bit downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Setting the 2-0. Wave that miss. Hansen in a 2-ball, 1-strike count now. As mentioned, the Hardhats with just the 1 game today, thanks to the forfeit victory. 2-1 misses a little bit outside, 3-1. We're set to play a 2-game doubleheader today, as they were yesterday, but back-to-back today, and didn't need to because of the forfeit from the team from Ohio. 3 balls and a strike, and it's called strike 2 at the knees. 3-2 on Landon Hansen. Runner still at third, 2 gone. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called, outside edge, a breaking ball. And Hansen goes down looking. We're called strike 3. 5th strikeout overall. It's out number 3. Bemidji on the board first. A leadoff error comes in and scores. And it's 1-0 Bemidji heading to the 5th. Back in a moment on Hardhats TV. Jake Solano to lead things off for the Hardhats, now trailing 1-0 to Bemidji. After a leadoff error came in and scored on a triple, RBI triple. Great effort by Jed Jensen in center field. He just missed out on it. And the first pitch on Jake Solano, he swings right through it. 0-1. Hardhats this season, when they failed to score first, Actually, I cannot pull that up because I don't have any Wi-Fi. 1 ball and 1 strike on Solano. Nendick kicks and deals. 1-1, fly ball to right field. Right at the right fielder, Hager, and he makes a grab out number 1. Now Wilson Kiefer. Oh, we got it. When the Hardhats fail to score first, they're 11-14 this season. 20-6 when they score first. Wilson Kiefer looks at a called strike 1. Even count 1 ball, 1 strike. He walked his first trip at the plate. And actually 21-6 when they score first and 12-14 when they don't score first. They trailed after 4 today. 2-1, fly ball right side out of play. Even count 2-2. And when the Hardhats trail after 4 this season, they have 2 wins. 17 games they've trailed after 4 innings. Makes them 2 for 15. 2 and 15, rather. 2-2. Breaking ball, fouled away. Do it again, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Here in Edina, top of the 5th. Hardhats slowly bouncer to third, up with it and fires across. A little bit of high throw, but Justice keeps the bag. Karate throws out Kiefer. 5-3 in the book, out number 2. Now Judd Jensen, top the order for the Hardhats. 2 outs, nobody on. Hardhats have failed to get a base runner on just once in this ball game. First pitch found away right side and out of play. The ball's in a strike on Jensen. A 1, breaking ball in the dirt. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready in the 1-1. Misses high, a fastball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one, line drive pretty deep to right field. Diving stop by Hager, and he makes the grab out number 3. So Jensen robbed of a hit. And Hardhats trail 1-0 heading to the bottom half of inning number 5. Back in a moment on Hardhats TV. Bottom of the fifth, Bemidji leading 1-0 over the Hardhats. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for Bemidji. Peyton Neto to lead things off. He struck out his only other opportunity against Wyatt Anderson. Anderson kicks and deals. The first pitch popped up right side. It's out of play. Oh and 1 on Neto. One nothing, but the Bemidji lead. 0-1 outside. Anderson adds 74 pitches. This will be his 75th of his afternoon. Actually, of his morning, rather. 1-1 popped up left side, out of play. 1 and 2 on Neto. Slight breeze on the right field flag over the scoreboard. Blowing a little bit right to left. Setting the 1-2. Breaking ball fouled away. Went with that backdoor breaking ball and ended up in the zone. Neto spoiled it. The 1-2 again. Fastball this time. Popped up left side. Henny gives chase. He's underneath of it, and he can't make the grab. Overran it a little bit, and the wind took it back towards third base, and just becomes a mute stat. Ball and 2 strikes. The count remains on Neto. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the fifth. And breaking ball, this one a fly ball to center field. Jensen back into his right. He makes the grab out number 1. Here's Ben Karate. Third time at the dish. Flying to center his last trip. Walked to lead off the bottom of the first. So just 0 for 1. 1 out, nobody on. Anderson kicks and deals and misses outside, ball 1. So with the 9 spot, it's 3 straight left-handed bats in this lineup. 1-0. High. 2 balls, no strikes. Karate's made a couple of nice plays at third base defensively in this ball game. 2-0. There's a strike outside edge. 2-1. Bouncer right back up the middle. It takes a weird hop and over the diving glove of Wilson Kiefer into center field. 1 out single for Karate. So he's 1 for 2. Here's Dan Claudio. 1-0 the Bemidji lead. Hardhats, as you can see in their all gray uniforms, gray tops, gray pants, Rapid City across the chest, and navy blue. Bouncer right side, march to second for 1. Kiefer to first. In time, it's a double play. 4-6-3 inning double play. The Hardhats sent back to the bats, trailing 1-0 to Bemidji. Back in a moment for the 6th after this on Hardhats TV. Top of the 6th for the Hardhats. Amari and Sailor to lead things off. 2, 3, and 4. Big part of the lineup for the Hardhats to lead things off. And they're down to potentially their final 6 outs against Bemidji, trailing 1-0. Sailor pops one foul, right side out of play, 0-1. Amari and Sailor 0 for 2, popped out in foul territory. That weird play by the first baseman ended up being a fly out and Kiefer tagging and going to third. Flew out to right field, his first time at the plate. The 0-1, down and away, a breaking ball back to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be Sailor, Good, and Marsh. 1-1. Strike called at the knees. A ball and 2 strikes. And Nick set and delivers, and Sailor fouls it away. One, 2. High fly ball, fairly deep center field, but playable for the center fielder, Dan Klajow, and he makes the grab out number 1. So Sailor just gets underneath of that one. It's out number 1. Brings up Harrison Good. Index pitch count. That was pitch number 70. So he's in good shape. First pitch, flying ball to right field, right at the left fielder. And Lundeen makes the grab out number 2. Now quickly, 2 up, 2 gone. Dylan Marsh to hit. Infield fly, pop out to his second base counterpart his first time, but doubled and was stranded at third in the 4th. First pitch, a called strike 1 at the knees, 0-1. Two outs and nobody on, and Marsh looks at ball 1 outside. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. One misses a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Nendick set. 2-1. Flying ball to center field over his Klajow and makes the grab out number 3. So Hardhats hit the ball all in the air, fairly deep, but they go down in order. Bottom of the 6th we go. Bemidji leading 1-0 over Rapid City. Back in a moment, right here on Hardhats TV. Bottom of the 6th for Bemidji. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Aaron Hecker, Ty Lundeen, and Cam Justice. 1-0 Bemidji. That one lonely run, an unearned run coming in the 4th inning. A leadoff error. Hager to bat from the right side. White Anderson back to the mound. And it's his own for a called strike 1. Ready in the 0-1, breaking ball. This one popped up right side, and Anderson underneath of it. He makes the grab out number 1. So pop out to the pitcher on the right side of the infield. Here's Ty Lundeen. Bouncer to the left side, ended up reaching on an E5. His last trip. It was to lead off the 4th. First pitch. Pops out a glove of Solano. Looked fairly good, but it's non-strike given. 1-0. Line drive right back to Anderson on the mound. He snakes it and tosses it around the horn. A P1 and an L1. Awake at the switch. First pitch misses a little bit high. Ball 1. Justice dropped down a sacrifice bunt his last time. Lined out to Negebauer at first. And his only other plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Ball 2 misses a little bit downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Hardhats will have 5, 6, and 7 due up. In the top of the 7th. 2-0, called a strike outside edge, 2 balls and a strike. That's Lee Negebauer, Riker Henney, and Kai Jackson right now. Those are the 3 scheduled. 2-1, fouled away left side, out of play, 2-2. Anderson ready in the 2-2. A fly ball left field. Amarian Sailor back and twisting. He makes the grab out number 3. So Bemidji goes down in order. A couple of nice plays by the pitcher, Anderson. And he gets a fly out to end it. Top of the 7th we go. The Hardhats have 3 outs to try and tie or take the lead. Trailing 1-0 to Bemidji. Back in a moment on Hardhats TV. Top of the 7th for the Hardhats, trailing 1-0 against Bemidji. Just 3 hits for the Hardhats. They will have 5, 6, and 7 due up. Lee Negebauer to lead things off, followed by Riker Henney and Kai Jackson. Those are the 3 scheduled right now. Lee Negebauer is 0 for 2 here today. Had a couple of hits yesterday in Game 2, an RBI double and a single run scored as well. Reached base 4 out of 5 times at the plate. That's what the Hardhats need, base runners. First pitch from Nendick, outside, ball 1. Sawyer Nendick, his pitch count is very reasonable to start this, his 7th inning of work. Trying to pull up and see where his pitch count is at. The 1-0, inside edge called strike 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nendick at 75 pitches through 6. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-2. On 2 strikes, Nendick to Negebauer. And it misses a little bit high, maybe a little bit tight inside. Even count 2-2. Nendick will step off before the 2-2. This is his 79th pitch of his morning, the 2-2. Inside edge called strike 3, and Negebauer goes down looking. Out number 1. Now Riker Henny. Henny is 0 for 2. A bouncer to short and a pop out to first. Rests the bat on his right shoulder and pops it up as Nendick comes set. The first pitch to Henny, high and tight. Leans out of the way of that one. 1-0. Fastball from Nendick as his 80th pitch. Line drive, a base hit into right center field. And Henny on as the tying run brings up Kai Jackson. So Henny now 1 for 3. And a pinch runner into the game now. It's Zeke Farley. But a little more speed on the base paths for the Hardhats. Farley to run for Henny. Trying to get this game tied up. There is a reliever warming in the bullpen for the Hardhats in case they're able to tie things off. Pick off move to first, and Farley dives back in. Kai Jackson at the plate. He's 0 for 2. A pop out to short and a bouncer to short. The 0-1. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hardhats trying to come from behind again. They did that in game 2 yesterday. Had to score a lot more runs to do it. Pickoff move to second, and Farley's back in standing up. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nendick said he kicks and deals and misses up and away, 2-1 on Jackson. 1 out, man on second. The 2-1. High fly ball to right field. Back is the right fielder, still going back, and he's up against the wall. He makes the grab for out number 2, tagging, and Farley will be sent around third. He's held up at third now and goes down as a fly out, and Jackson just missed a home run over the right field fence. Now Jake Solano. Solano is 0 for 2, a bouncer back to the pitcher, and a fly to right. Checked his swing, held up on a pitch up and in. No appeal, it's ball 1. 2 outs, tying run 90 feet away. Zeke Farley. The 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Down to the plate on the right side. 2-0. Outside ball 3. Have to be thinking Solano will be taking on the 3-0. 3-0, outside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Jake Solano. Puts runners on the corners, but it really doesn't matter other than defensively. Either way, it brings up Wilson Kiefer. Kiefer 0 for 1. He drew a walk in the 3rd and bounced to 3rd his last trip. Meeting of the minds on the mound, Bemidji brings everyone in. Solano on first. And the tying run on 3rd, and Farley. Plenty of speed there on a wild pitch. Kiefer has some speed as well. First pitch to Kiefer, fouled away right side, out of play. It's strike 1. 1-0 Bemidji on Kiefer. Bendick set at the belt. Here it is, the 2-strike pitch, high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Setting the 1-2. High fly ball, playable for the center fielder. And Claudiel makes the grab, out number 3. Bemidji winners 1-0 over the Post 22 Hardhats. They improved to 2-1 here at the Gopher Classic. Hardhats fall to 3-1 now. And they'll play Papillion same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. A closely contested game and pressure-filled 7th inning. The Hardhats fall 1-0 to Bemidji. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, right here on Hardhats TV when the Hardhats take on Papillion South. Until then, have a wonderful Saturday.